Everyone, welcome to this course of Spoken English for Business. This is an introduction. Firstly, before getting into the course, let us have a brief introduction of how the course is structured. This is a business English communication course. It is for students and also for employees who want to understand the importance of English and how English can be used in different situations and in workplace. Firstly, coming to different situations. When you come to and talk about different situations, I will tell you an example. So, if it is the first time you're talking to some person and you need to make a business deal with him, okay, so how do you react with that person? That is one kind of situation. And second kind of situation, you deal with a friend, right? And how do you kind of stimulate that situation and get into a business talk very formally with your friend? Okay, this is one kind of scenario or situation that we can take an example. And the second thing is a workplace situation. For example, if you're in a seminar hall, you're talking to one of the client or somebody, all right, how do you handle that situation? How do you start the conversation? How do you end the conversation? How do you convince him? How do you admire your product? How do you say that you're best in it? So we have different way of sentence formations that can be used to impress the person who is listening to you. And we promise spoken skills, writing skills, and reading skills in this course of business communication. Firstly, coming to reading skills. Why do you think reading skills are important? When coming to business, there are many things that you'll have to deal with. That is the ROIs, the memorandums, and different stuff. So, to have a glimpse over them, or to read them, or to understand the business strategies or what other people or other clients expect from your business, it is important that you have good reading skill and understanding what you read. All right, so that is where reading skill plays a major role. And after that, coming to the writing skills, which is this is the first master, this is the second master. Okay, the writing skill. The writing skill is when you're signing a deal or a contract with someone, you'll have to write an email, you have to send your resume. So all these things will also play a very vital role in your business part. So writing skills are also essential. Finally, coming to spoken skills, who is the master of reading and writing? All right. Even before reading and writing, you can convince a person for your project deal or your business deal just by your spoken skills. So, spoken skills play a major role. So, as I've already told you, we'll take situation based, workspace based situations and then explain you how spoken skills can be developed and what are the vocabulary that you can use while you're doing some demonstration of a project, right? Now, I'll take a very simple example. As I've told you, scenario based examples and vocabulary. Okay, imagine a situation where you're giving a presentation. This is a board, you're a person who is standing here, okay, and there are many people who are sitting here listening to you. Now you're taking a presentation. The first thing you have to do is, how do you walk to the place? Okay, how do you go stand? How do you face the audience? How do you start the presentation? Right? If there is any technical error, आपका presentation चालू नहीं हुआ, like your presentation didn't get started, there was some technical problem with your laptop or with the projector, how would you apologize and keep them engaged? Your audience should not get bored while you're giving a presentation. So all these things matter in a business presentation, right? So okay, anyways, imagine that you started well. Okay, let us keep few stages. So you started well, this is the start thing and this is the finish thing. Okay, you know how to start well, this part you know, and how you know how to finish well. There are two things in between. Okay, how do you engage the audience in your talks? Like the audience should be so interested in your talks. That means your talk has to be impressive, what you're talking has to make sense, and your presentation has to be beautifully aligned, right? This is the second part. And the third part is, how do you conclude? How do you convince your customer or your client telling that your product is the best for him? Okay, so that is the second part. So to do all these things, what you need to have? You need to have spoken skills, and you also need to have spontaneous skills. मतलब तभी के तभी सिचुएशन के हिसाब से रिएक्ट करना आपको मालूम होना चाहिए. सो ये सिचुएशन बेस्ड सिनेरियो होगा. जो मैं बोल रही थी वोकेबुलरी यूज़ होता है इसमें. दैट इज़ like when you're using vocabulary. For example, when you're talking about stock markets, it is obvious that you talk about Sensex, you can talk about other things called marketing, you can say digital marketing, you can say SEO tools. So the ये सब tools, let us keep this aside. Okay, Other than this, there are few other words that you can use like dealership, partnership, let us sign an agreement. Okay, so there are few terms like agreement, partnership, dealership, drop down, profit, loss. There are few terms that you can use during your scenario or your presentation, all right, which will make you sound professional. So those are the vocabulary words that we're going to discuss, and we're also going to discuss about the key areas, right? When you're talking, when you're making a business deal with somebody, how do you talk it? When someone rejects your business deal, how do you react to it, right? So those are the key areas. We are also going to tell you what kind of talks that you can reciprocate, like how can you reply to that kind of situations. Okay, and we'll have many exercises for practice. We'll have test series as well. Coming to what is expected of you, it is expected that you maintain a notebook, or you can also note it down in your iPad or other stuff with based on your convenience. It is advised that before you watch the next video, you revise what has been taught in the previous one. Even the same applies for the test series. You can just revise before you write your tests. I'll make sure that all the tests are multiple choice questions so that you'll not have to invest more times on tests. If you just want to have the course and you're lacking in time, that is definitely all right. So please make sure you follow the course and hope you like the course. And I promise you I'll never compromise on the content. And this is the one-to-one mentorship technique. So you can just let me know if you need advanced level of something else. If you want to know more about how to prepare better PPT, stuff like that, I can help you with that. So this is all for the demo course, guys. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next course.